I'm on to the Lake District for part 3 of today, so that's where you'll see me next week, where I shall hopefully be at Blea Tarn for sunset. Blea Tarn for sunset. I shall hopefully be at Blea Tarn for sunset. Welcome to another vlog. Morning, grouse. Hi, and welcome to another vlog. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this isn't Blea Tarn. You're right, this isn't Blea Tarn, and you're also possibly thinking, this looks decidedly more like morning than evening. Well done, you're right again. The reason is because it is the morning and I'm in the Peak District. So, long story short, last night, or yesterday evening, went to look for Blea Tarn, ended up in the wrong car park, had no network coverage, couldn't work out where I was, sky was really flat, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go back to the hotel. So I went back to the hotel. This morning, my plan was to possibly head to Buttermere. Slight problem, I've got to get the car back home by 11:30. Just been told by the missus, so what are you going to do? She who must be obeyed. So yeah, so instead of doing that, because I wouldn't have got the car back in time, I got up early again and I've headed back down into the Peak District, and I'm here at Surprise View, where I've been recently, but I really wanted to come back when the weather was a bit better, and also to give the older 17 to 40mm lens a crack. So that's where I am, and I'll let you know how it's going in a moment. So I've already taken a couple of shots before I started vlogging, because when I arrived there was a really deep red sky. I just missed it. I was pulling into the car park. It was really nice, and by the time I got here it kind of disappeared, which is a bit of a shame, but I got the tail end of it, and what I've done is I've taken a shot that's got these rocks just here to the side of me, and also the tree, which I really like, and some of the grit stones at the top there as well. So yeah, that was the first shot, and now I've moved around, I've moved slightly closer to these set of rocks here, and I've got the 17 to 40 on, and I'm trying to take advantage of the focal length and get really close in on these some of these rocks, just to get a nice angle in. So I'm shooting across the line of the rock, and then with the tree off in the background. It's really unfortunate actually, because it was lovely coming in, and then just as I've got here, the clouds sort of ever so slightly come in. There is the sun just bursting through in a little gap, but yeah, the clouds are kind of a bit annoying really. They've just come over and just spoilt it a little bit, but I'm going to shoot some around this tree, try and get some different compositions with these rocks in the foreground. And then there's a couple of other trees that are isolated here that I might go over to, and then I'll probably finish up by heading up to this gritstone outcrop at the top here and trying to shoot across that once the sun's come up and it's illuminating the side of it. So yeah, so that's the plan. The first one here anyway is this, some shots around here with these set of rocks here, just trying to get some compositions. So I think this is the last shot I'm going to take from around this area here. I've got these 3 prominent rocks with a little 4th one with some moss on in the front, but the 3 rocks are almost lined up, and there's almost a little bit of a curve that leads you into the tree. So yeah, that's what I've done. I've taken a panoramic. Unfortunately, the sun's not really playing ball today, but in some respects it's quite good because I won't have to deal with the lens flare, and there's some interest in the sky. So I'm just doing the best I can with what I've got really at the moment. I think I'm going to head over now into the field where there's a couple of trees that are isolated, and just see what I can do with them. Just in case you're wondering, what we got here is a tree in a field. That's it. Not to put too fine a point on it, a tree in a field. That's what I'm taking a shot of. But I like trees. I like trees on their own. This is quite an interesting little silver birch here. It's not that interesting, it's okay. But what is good is that the sun is peeping out and lighting up the scene, casting some light on this dead heather is it? I think it's heather. And this grass in the foreground, also front lighting the tree. Well, it was, so it's gone in again. It's quite interesting because you've got the different colours. You've got the lighter grass here, and then the brown of the heather, and then the white of the tree, and quite a plain sky in the background, quite a dead grey sky in the background, but it actually makes the tree stand out quite nicely in it. So also, as it isn't a particularly bright day and it's quite windy, I'm having to bump the ISO up from what I normally have it at, which is normally standard for me. ISO is 100, but at the moment it's on 250 because I'm trying to bring the exposure times down because I don't want any motion blur in the tree. I want it nice and sharp. So I've done that on most of the shots here. I've found that I've had to bump up the ISO just to bring the exposure times down. Will be my last shot here today. I've come round over the top of the gritstone rocks. I had a look without any sun on them. That they're not doing anything for me, so I'm not going to shoot them. But I found this really nice silver birch tree that's actually embedded in the rock. It's not actually, it's in between three bigger rocks. It's growing out, but it looks quite nice, and also there's quite a nice view round to the left of it across the valley. So what I've done, and the sun, also got the sun in the sky, quite high in the sky, but it's hidden behind the clouds, so I can shoot directly into it without any issues. So what I've done here is I've taken a panoramic shot, started off just to the right of the tree and then swept around across the valley and down. And yeah, probably be black and white, I'd imagine, or very desaturated, but it may well turn out okay. So yeah, that is my last shot of the day, and here it is. Okay, so that's me finished from here, and for the couple of days actually. It's been eventful. It's been ill-conceived at times. Spent a lot of money and time driving when I haven't needed to, but hey, it's okay. Found some new places, got some good shots, come back to some familiar ones. Hopefully got some good shots, I don't know. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please feel free to thumb it up, and if you want to subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, then great. That we're building subscribers, the channel's building. I'm so pleased at how it's going, and until next time, thanks for watching, and cheerio.